I've failed over 100 times. I've failed at jobs, at projects, at habits, at relationships, and at businesses. And for years, I thought failure meant I wasn't good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. But what I didn't realize back then is that failure isn't proof you're weak. It's the training ground that makes you strong. Today I want to share the most important lessons I've learned after failing more times than I can count. Because if you can understand failure differently, you'll stop fearing it and start using it. The first big lesson is this: failure isn't final, it's feedback. When I failed the first few times, I thought it was the end of the road. But failure is like a teacher. It doesn't show up to destroy you, it shows up to give you information. I used to think, why me? Why does this keep happening? But when I shifted the question to, what is this teaching me? Everything changed. Failure is like a mirror. It reflects what's not working. And the faster you listen to it, the faster you improve. Think about how kids learn to walk. They fall hundreds of times, but they never say, walking isn't for me. They take the feedback, they adjust, and eventually, they succeed. When I first failed, it crushed me. I took it personally, as if the failure was proof I wasn't enough. But after failing dozens of times, something strange happened. Failure stopped scaring me. Every time I got back up, I built a kind of emotional muscle. And resilience is one of the most underrated skills in life. It doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means pain no longer controls you. When you learn resilience, you realize rejection, setbacks, and mistakes aren't the end. They're just part of the process. And that's powerful. Because the moment you stop fearing failure, you become unstoppable. Another thing I learned: failure reveals what you're actually good at. When you try 10 things and fail at 9 of them, pay attention to the one thing that sticks. That's your gift. That's your lane. I wasted years forcing myself into paths that didn't fit me, jobs I hated, businesses I wasn't passionate about, because I thought success was about pushing harder. But failure stripped away my false paths, leaving me with clarity about what actually aligned with me. Sometimes failure isn't rejection, it's redirection. If you think about it, success feels good but teaches you nothing. Failure feels terrible, but it's the greatest teacher you'll ever have. I realized that every failure forced me to grow skills I never would have built otherwise. Discipline, patience, problem-solving, humility. Without failure, I'd still be fragile, overconfident, and stuck in my comfort zone. Failure stretches you. It pushes you into discomfort, and discomfort is where growth happens. One of the biggest surprises was this: failure doesn't just teach, it prepares. Every failure I went through gave me tools, perspectives, and resilience that I later needed when success finally came. Looking back, I'm grateful I didn't succeed early, because I wasn't ready for it. If I had, I wouldn't have been able to handle the pressure. Failure was the training I needed. Think about it like this: failure is the rehearsal. Success is the performance. Here's something I wish I understood earlier. Failure isn't proof you're losing. It's proof you're trying. Most people fail only because they never start. They stay safe, comfortable, and hidden. But you? If you're failing, it means you're in the arena. You're playing the game. And that's something to be proud of. If you've failed 10 times, you're 10 steps closer than the person who never started. After failing more than 100 times, the biggest thing I realized is this: failure isn't the end of the story. It's the middle. If you keep showing up, success eventually runs out of places to hide. So, the next time you fail, don't beat yourself up. Don't quit. Remember, failure is feedback. It builds resilience. It shows you your strengths, and it prepares you for what's ahead. If this message resonated with you, hit like, tap subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a reminder that failure is not the enemy. It's the teacher.